Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you've not been here before. If you haven't been here before and you're unsubscribed, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, for everyone, don't forget to watch the video through to the end. You will have noticed that adverts have started to pop up on my channel. I don't know how long they've been there for, but I only noticed them this week. And so I'm actually not getting the money for those. I'm not monetized yet because I need a little bit more watch time. So if you could maybe skip the ads for now, but watch through to the end of the actual content of the video, that'd be great, so that I can raise my watch time and get monetized and actually benefit from what's appearing on my channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing part 2 of my hallway makeover. So there will definitely be a part 3 because some of the walls are still very blank. So going up the stairs is still blank, the hallway upstairs is still blank, there's nothing there. In this video, I'm going to show you what I've done with the cupboard in the hallway upstairs and also what I've done for shoe storage. The shoe cabinet is probably going to change. So at the moment, it looks okay in the space, but it's just a bit boring, it's a bit basic. It was quite a cheap one, it was like £30 or something like that, I don't know, but it was from Ikea. They have one that's taller, but I got the shorter one because I wanted to put art above it. What I was going to do was put a built-in unit there so I can put coats and shoes in the same thing, but 2 reasons why I didn't do that. One is because I think it would look too imposing in the space. It's quite a tight space as it is, and if you have something tall just blocking your face, I think that makes it kind of closes in on you. So I've left it with the smaller unit and put some wall art above, but you'll see in the video. Also in this video, I'm going to show you how you can attach things to walls in new builds, because if you have an older building, then the walls are very solid. It's like maybe just the brick behind there, or it's just some solid stuff. And so you can get away with just putting screws straight in, or maybe just using the small plastic wall anchors. But when you've got new builds, or if a wall has been built with plasterboard over the top of it, the plasterboard is very soft. And so to be able to hang things, especially like heavy shelves and things like that, then you have to use something a bit different. And so I'll show you what I used. It's what the gentleman who does the snags told me to use, and so far it's been fine. So if you want to know how to hang things on the walls, then this is the video for you. Keep watching. So as you come up the stairs, there's this cupboard in the hallway which is empty at the moment. As you can see, the carpets have gone down, which is nice. So in the end, I went for a wool carpet, which I'm quite pleased about that choice actually. You can get synthetic fibres, so it's like plastic basically, or you can get like a mix of both. I decided that I wanted to go for an all natural carpet, so I went for wool in the end, and I'm quite pleased about that choice. It does smell a little bit like sheep in here, but I'm sure that will fade over time. It feels really good under my feet, and because I got a quality underlay as well, that's the trick, is not just to get a good carpet, but to also get a good quality underlay. It feels really bouncy and it's nice and soft, so I'm quite pleased with that. And the colour, I actually ordered the wrong colour. I got a sample and I liked the sample, but then when I went into the shop, I just saw something that was like on the top and I was like, yeah, I want this carpet, but I didn't even realise it wasn't even the right colour. It was slightly more yellow than the one that I had ordered the sample for, but it all worked out quite well, and it goes really nicely with the green that's in the hallway. So I went with tappy carpets in the end, and the reason why I went with them was because I get a discount from work. So wall carpets are quite expensive, but I got like 20% discount or something like that through my workplace. So that was quite nice. A nice chunk of it was taken off. It's actually really good to have carpet because I haven't had carpet since I lived at my mum's house. I've either had hardwood floors after taking up the old carpet that someone else has had before me, and I also had fake wood floors in the flat and in the house. So I haven't had carpet in ages, and I absolutely love carpet. Like right now, I'm sitting on the floor. I really like sitting on the floor, and I haven't been able to do that because when you buy someone else's house, you feel like everything is just dirty, and especially where I didn't change the flooring, you don't really want to just be chilling out on the floor. So I'm quite happy that I can just chill out on the floor. So yeah. Anyways, back to what this video is actually about. So this cupboard behind me is actually going to be used as like a laundry / storage cupboard, because downstairs in the kitchen, the washing machine is just a washing machine. It doesn't have, it's not a washer dryer, which I don't like washer dryers. The ones I've had haven't been particularly great. They take forever to dry. And so I knew I definitely wanted to separate them. And also the washing machine, as I mentioned before, it came free with the house. And so it's just a washing machine, which means I need something to dry my clothes. So this cupboard upstairs in the hallway is going to be the cupboard where the dryer is going to be. So it's going to be a condenser dryer, not a tumble dryer, because there's this is not the outside wall. Behind this wall is the bathroom, so I can't run the pipe outside, so it has to be a condenser dryer. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get that fitted. It's coming tomorrow, which is brilliant. And let me show you this actually. I got my builder to put a socket in here. So the original socket is here on the outside, and he just brought the wires through. I'm not quite sure how he did it because I didn't see him doing it. I wasn't here, so he did that, and now I've got a double socket in here, which is good. So not only can I plug the condenser dryer in, but this width is more than 600 millimeters, and so the condenser dryer is probably going to stop about there, which means that I still can access this plug socket, and so I should be able to plug in my iron and do some ironing in the hallway. I do quite like the idea of being able to do the ironing in the hallway because the bedrooms are on the smaller side, and so the hallway is just a hallway, it's just transition space. And so if I can give it a second function by using this cupboard as the laundry cupboard and storage cupboard, then that would be good to be able to do that. There's enough space for the ironing board to be set up here and to comfortably iron. So that's the plan. As I said, the condenser dryer is coming tomorrow, so we'll get that put in. Hopefully they'll bring it up the stairs for me. They better do that because I'm not going to be able to carry it up by myself, so we'll see what happens tomorrow, but hopefully it'll all work out. And then I'm going to get some kind of countertop, so probably something wooden, or I might DIY something. I'll see what I can get in the shop. I don't want to spend too much money on what's just a laundry cupboard. No one's going to see it when the doors close, and I'll probably put the ironing board on a hook on here as well, so everything will just be shut away. And that's pretty much the plan. Probably gonna look for a few ideas on Pinterest or something just to see what's out there, what other people do for their laundry cupboards, so that I can make sure I set it up in a way that I can utilize the space, because I want it to be built in properly. So I want to put some shelves in there and things like that, just so it's done and everything has its proper place. Everything could be chaotic for me unless things have their proper place. Once something has its proper place, it can go back, everything is nice and organised, and that's how I like it to be. Okay, so something wasn't quite sitting right with the cupboard and the condenser dryer. So I was thinking about the carpet and like whether you should even put a condenser dryer on carpet, and I googled it, which was good that I did it, and it said you shouldn't put it on top of carpet. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a little base for the condenser dryer to go on top. So there's leftover flooring from the hallway in the shed, so I'm just going to put a few pieces of that together, enough to make a little base for it, and then the condenser dryer can sit on that, and then that can sit on the carpet. I think the idea is that some of the fluff from the carpet can get inside the condenser dryer, which then can cause a fire, so definitely don't want a fire. So gonna put a little base down for it to sit on that. I'm sure the guys would have probably told me when they deliver it tomorrow. I'm sure they know that it's not supposed to go on carpet, but I'm glad that I can just prepare myself so I can sort that out ready before the delivery comes, so it's all ready to go. So the condenser dryer is in, so I just put the old flooring down, which was perfect size, just 6 pieces squashed together, and I'll get on to doing the rest of this. So I just wanted to quickly show you how you can hang stuff in your home, especially if it's a new build. Sometimes the walls aren't very solid because they just use plasterboard. So there's these metal self-fixing screws that you can get from Screwfix. I didn't find any in B&Q, so I went to Screwfix. These ones are 35 millimeters long, and they come in 2 parts. So you've got the first part that you drill in, and that is the bit that's the self-drilling bit. So once that goes in, it's almost like a typical anchor that you would use, like the plastic ones, but these are obviously metal. And then the screw goes in afterwards. So I'll show you in a quick video, but you basically screw the first part in, then screw that into it. But obviously, there's lots of wires and things behind the wall, so you can get one of these tools. So when it's green, it's okay. Once it gets closer to metal, so there it's saying there's probably something behind there, and then it goes red and makes a sound when you definitely can't drill. So get yourself one of these, don't drill into any wires or anything. Obviously you're going to need a drill, so mine's just a cheap one that I picked up from Argos one day. And I usually like to finish up with a hand screwdriver as well, because I find it's easy to keep control of where the screws are going to perfectly line everything up. So that is how you can attach things to your walls. So this is just a picture light that I hung using that method, and as you can see, even though it kind of tears the walls a little bit, once you put everything all in place, you don't see any evidence of that at all. The only thing I would say is that you could probably try and pre-drill like a small pilot hole, and that might help, but I've lost my little drill bit that was here, so I just went for it, because you can do it this way as well. As you can see, it's fine, but if you want something that's a little bit more precise, then you can try and do a pilot hole before you drill the self-fixing bit, which kind of defeats the point of it being a self-fixing screw, but it might get better results. So there it is done. You can still see the cable coming through. This is just a plug-in one, but you can obviously get an electrician to wire your picture light in, but that's a nice, easy and affordable way of doing it. So like with the wall art in the living room, I also DIY'd the art in the hallway. So I made that using Procreate, and then I just printed it on some photo paper that I had here, and I framed it in an Ikea frame. It's actually the same frame as the ones in the living room, but it's a bigger size. And then I just put that on the wall with the picture light. So again, you can DIY wall art. If you're not interested in DIYing wall art, or that's not your thing, then don't forget I've got a 10% off code for Art Vista, and you can get like canvas prints from them. They do a range of sizes, they do a range of styles, so check that out in the description below. I also did actually DIY that reed diffuser that's in the hallway as well, so it's a nice organic one, because one of the things I haven't properly like switched over to organic yet is reed diffusers and candles and things like that. So when you burn a candle, you have like a normal reed diffuser from the shop. If it's not an organic one, it's made with lots of synthetic things sometimes. These chemicals can be carcinogenic, they're toxic, they build up over time. So if you're not eating right, and then you've got all these funny smells in your house, you're going out, you've got the pollution and everything, it's just not good for the body. So to try and keep your home as good as possible, it's good to be conscious about the things that you have in the home as well. So I DIY'd my own diffuser. It's a little bit like over the top maybe. I don't know, the flower was cute. I saw it online, and so yeah, it smells good and it looks good. But yeah, that's something you can also try. I am looking into maybe selling these in the future, but the prices are coming out a little bit expensive because you have to buy the containers, then you have to buy the stuff to go inside to make the fragrances, and like the blends have quite a few different essential oils in them, and so it comes out as really expensive just for one. And so I'm not sure whether it's a good thing to maybe try and sell, but I definitely do think there's a market for it, because I think people are trying to be more conscious these days, and you see a lot of candles being sold, wax melts being sold, but they're not organic. They still have these toxic chemicals in them. So we'll see. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. Let me know in the comments. Would you want something like that? So like organic candles, organic reed diffusers, maybe even just as a gift idea. Let me know what you think about that, because it's something I'm thinking of doing, but I'm just not sure who the market would be, like who would buy it. Okay, so that's it for this video. I've still got more to come. The laundry cupboard needs to be done properly. At the moment, I've just got something in there that's quite basic, and it works. Like I can store stuff in there, but I need to put like a worktop in that sits above the dryer instead of on the dryer, so that it hasn't got the weight on it. So I need to attach something to the walls. Also, I think I want to do built-in shelves just so that I can really maximize the space in there, because at the moment what I've got, it's kind of taking up too much space but not providing as much storage as what the cupboard provides. So I need to figure out how to make it so that it's still airy but built in, if that makes sense, so that the air can circulate, because when the dryer is on, it gets quite warm in there, which is quite nice because it heats the top of the house quite nicely. I also need to figure out how I'm going to add coats to the space. So there is obviously the cupboard in the living room, the understairs cupboard, that I can store coats in that. But I think it's quite nice when you come home, especially if it's a rainy day, you just want to be able to hang your coat up just in the space without walking all the way through or dragging something through and it's wet and dripping. And so I definitely need something in the hallway. It might just end up being hooks on the wall. It might end up being just like a hall tree where you can just hang it on there, because that will still leave the space quite open, but I don't know yet. So yeah, the laundry cupboard is to come. Something on the walls is to come. I'm not sure if I want to just go for a gallery wall. Again, I want to try and do something different. I do think like a row of photos would look quite nice in that area, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I can do that might be different. I was thinking of putting a rug on the wall. Stay tuned for part 3, which hopefully will come soon. There will be other things that I put in between, because I'm kind of doing things a bit all over the place at the minute. I do a little bit in one room, a little bit in another room. So I think the next room might actually be the dining side of the kitchen. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you need to subscribe. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share the video, leave a comment down below, follow me on social media, and take care of yourself. That's the most important thing. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.